Are you rolling?
I'm rolling.
Okay. Dano's got the video going. I told you I was going to come back and I was going to show you the bombings of all the buildings in the United States printed as images on United States currency. I'm going to show you future bombings that are coming to this country that are about to happen that are also printed as images on U.S. currency. Newsweek magazine came out with a cover story and they said there's going to be an offshore nuclear attack on a port city. You're going to get to see that exact article printed on one of our bills, an offshore nuclear attack. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pyramid out of any of the U.S. currency, and I'm going to show you hidden agendas on it. The night I met the Lord in spirit, He told me the pyramids are your enemy, and I didn't know what it meant. I had no idea what He meant by it. I knew that I had uncovered something, but I didn't realize the gravity of it. And the Lord let me know the pyramids are your enemy and the Arabs are your enemy. And so I'm going to show you what He meant by that. I'm going to show you how to arrive at the images that are on the bills. Some of you may have seen this out in the mainstream already, that there's an image of the Twin Towers printed on our money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pyramid out of the $20 bill. This bill was actually proofed in 1996, and there's an image of, well, first of all, I'm going to make a pyramid. There's the pyramid. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about Isaiah. Isaiah, the prophet, said in Isaiah 29:15, the Lord spoke through Isaiah, and he said, "Those who try to hide their plans from the Lord are doomed. They carry out their schemes in secret and think no one will see them or know what they are doing. They turn everything upside down." So I'm going to suggest to you they are the people that built the pyramid, and let's turn it upside down. And there's the image, and now I'm going to move the bill, and you'll see that that's the same image that was on the bill. And now I'm going to put it next to the image of the Twin Towers. You have an incredible likeness of the Twin Tower bombing on the $20. On the back side of this same bill, there's an image of a rectangular shaped building, and here's the smoke, and here's the offset in the building, and here's the rest of the building. Now I'm going to go down below, and here's the actual Pentagon, and here's a rectangular building. Here's the offset. It's also got 3 rows of square windows, just like the image on the 20, with all the smoke. There's the offset, and there's the rest of the rectangular building. You have another extremely reasonable likeness of the bombing of the Pentagon on that bill. Now I'm going to go back up top, and we're going to look at the old $20 bill. So here's the old $20 bill. Here's the back of it. We made a pyramid. We turned it upside down, and it generates this image right here. This is an image of the bombing of the federal building in Oklahoma City. And when we turn this bill over, you have the aftermath of the bombing, which is down here below. And I put it next to the actual image of the Oklahoma. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to point out this wall right here. This is super important. Here is the leading edge of the wall going down, going down, going down. And there is one of the floors sticking out after the bombing. Now, also, here's part of the floor on the side of the building going this direction. Now watch this. We're going to go over to this $20 bill image. Here's the same leading edge of the wall going down, and there's the floor is sticking out, and there's, the continuation of the floors on the side of the building. Here's the smoke, and here's the rest of the building. Okay, on 2 bills, we have 4 images of bombings. That's impossible. There's absolutely no way that could be a coincidence, or that we could have images of bombings in the United States done by terrorists printed on our bills, especially after folding those bills, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then making a pyramid and turning the pyramid upside down, and it fitting into a prophecy by Isaiah. That's just, there's no way that could happen without it being true. Now I'm going to turn the page, and we're going to go up here and we're going to look at the $10 bills. And up here on the $10 bill, this is the old $10 bill. It's changed, and the line was taken off from this bill to this bill. It was colored orange. Over here they added this oval shape here. And when we make a pyramid out of this bill, I've taken that image and I put it right here. It's a tidal wave right here, coming over the building right here, and here everything below the pointer is the reflection right here of this building in water. Okay, that is a prophetic utterance that the Lord has given me. He said, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you, and out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. That is a nuclear explosion coming out of the ocean. Then he said, water as high as the walls of Jerusalem shall cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city. Once again, Time or Newsweek magazine, I know for sure, came out with a cover story that said there's going to be an offshore nuclear attack on a port city. It's already printed on our $10 bill, so it's going to happen. Now I'm going to flip this. Oh, I'm going to let Dano have one look at this. Here it is enlarged, the same $10 bill. So here's the representation of the nuke, which is happening behind this building out in the ocean. This represents the nuclear explosion. The orange sky represents a devouring wind, which comes from a nuclear explosion. Here's the tidal wave generated by the ocean backlashing and coming back to fill the empty void. It'll create a big tidal wave, and it'll cover the city, and there it is coming over. Everything below the blue line is the reflection in the water. Okay. Let's bills and the $50 bill, and the next part of that prophetic utterance was, and behold the great wall. I'm going to go up here and see if Dano can get a shot on this. Here are the $50 bills. Here's the old 50 right here. Now the old 50 has this line that goes around the oval right here. That's really important because that's the line that ends up making the water containment on the top of the dam. When we go to the new $50 bill, that line is no longer there, and clouds have been added to this, and there's all these little yellow dots, and the bill is kind of red now. Okay, so when we make a pyramid out of each of these and we turn it upside down, it produces these two images. Here's the dam, here's the cement wall, and there's the water containment that holds the water back, the top part of the dam. So behold the great wall, which holds back the abundance of the rivers. Now let's go to the new 50. Shall burst forth, bringing the hand of the oppressor against you, for I have seen it. And then he says, for mighty is your enemy that has risen from within your own borders.